These are LEKI's Cristallo Antishock trekking poles. It's a great combination of features on these poles. You've got sturdy aluminum construction, got anti-shock built right into the poles, and excellent ergonomic grips. The Cristallo Antishock poles utilize LEKI's soft ergon grips. So you've got a rubber grip here on top. You can see the ergonomics there that make it a nice, comfortable handhold. Integrated wrist straps that also help to take wear and tear off of your wrist during long days of hiking and extended backpacking trips. There's adjustability to those wrist straps on top of the grips. Pull that up, you can adjust the wrist straps to wherever you need them to be so that they're most comfortable for you. There's some dimpling and texturing on the top of that ovoid grip. In instances where you prefer to be over top of the poles, palming them, that really fits perfectly on the interior of your hand. Again, just really nice comfort features throughout that grip. The Cristallo Antishock poles consist of 3 telescoping sections. Here on the upper section is a really simple to use external lock. It's LEKI's speed lock system. Open it, adjust the pole to where you want it, flick it closed. Coming down to the lower section, you actually have an internal locking mechanism on these poles. So while you can't see it inside the poles, there's a mechanism that's broadening as you turn it and tightening against the section above it. The reason this is in play is because these are anti-shock poles. The internal locking mechanism allows that flexing to occur, that shock absorption. So while you're using these poles on the trail, that vibration that wants to come up the poles and find its way to eventual strain on your wrists gets dampened because of that internal mechanism. At the bottom of the poles, you have LEKI's Carbide flex tips. These tips are designed in such a way that they will actually break away in those instances where you would get poles stuck between cracks, between rocks, and jeopardize the integrity of the shafts. Much preferable to have those break away, it's a replaceable part, than to have that section actually snap on you while you're out on the trail. The very end of that tip is the carbide portion. That's what comes into contact with the ground and provides that traction. If you're using it on improved surfaces or just to protect clothes, if you're traveling with these poles, you may want to look for LEKI's rubber walking tips, which are sold separately. Low profile trekking baskets come with these poles. Those are suitable in most instances. If you're on soft ground, in mud, just a small snow base, that's usually suitable to keep the poles up on top of that surface rather than sinking too deeply down into the surface and not allowing the poles to be what you need them to be. These do come off. They're interchangeable with broader diameter snow or deep powder baskets. Those are sold separately, but with those, you can use these poles in all types of winter conditions.